Oh wow, what have we just witnessed? So, I am literally, my words have gone. Like, I weren't expecting that performance by Big Bang Zilly Zhang. And he lives by his reputation. And it was a sensational knockout victory for Zilly Zhang against Joyce for the second time this year. So, guys, as always, if you haven't subscribed by now, please subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. Now, my initial thoughts again, I'm still shocked in regards to how quick and how comfortable the performance was for Zilly Zhang against Joyce. This was sensational. The knockout punch, you know what I mean? His performance from round one was dominating. And Zilly Zhang, you know what I mean? He controlled he controlled psychologically, you know what I mean, the fight from round one by not allowing Joyce to get comfortable and to lead a good pace and to build confidence. And you know what I mean, Zhang dominated from round one. He's just his body language, his size, his physique, the way he's moving, his head movement, and the way that he looks so comfortable just put Joyce off. And this fight played out how the first fight played out, with Zilly Zhang taking control in the second round, and in the second round he landed some big vicious left straights onto Joyce, and some good hooks and some good combination punches on Joyce from round two. And I was sat there and I was thinking, hasn't Joyce learned? You know what I mean, from the first fight? And it was shocking because he was getting lit up left, right, and centre, and his guard was nowhere to be seen. And this played into Zhilei Zhang's hand because in the third round is when it pretty much ended, and before the knockout itself, Zhilei Zhang probably started like a 4-5 punch combination and landed it quite flush on Joyce. And I was thinking, you know what, like if Joyce doesn't watch it, he's gonna get put out. And before he could even literally say the words, Zhilei Zhang went to the body with a straight left as a kind of like a disguising type of shot, and came up with a sweeping sweeping right hook, and he threw his right hook as Joyce was trying to counter back. I think it was with his own right hook. But obviously Zhang pretty much landed first, and it was out. And at the time, I was thinking, whoa, that's a big punch. If he gets up here, I'll be gobsmacked. And he got up, but he just didn't get up in time. And you can see Joyce on the floor. He was thinking to himself. He was trying to get up, but his body just wasn't allowing him to get up because his legs were gone, and he was still absorbing that impacted shot. And it was some power behind that shot. I'm not even gonna lie. He did well to get up, and I gotta respect him for that, because he got up, and if he would have made the count, he would have carried on if the ref would have allowed him. But I think the stoppage was about right. Um, and yeah, Zhang goes on, and that performance now has to warrant a title shot for Zhilei Zhang. If he doesn't get a title shot against Usyk or um, Tyson Fury, then I'll be gobsmacked. And I think the easier fight of the two would be against Tyson Fury, because both guys are under the same management team, and it makes sense for this fight to be done in China, to take place in China. Tyson Fury would probably be up for that. I think he would be up for it. He would see Zhang as a good opponent. Obviously, he knows that Zhang's got power and he's got some skills, but Tyson Fury would be a little bit smarter than what Joyce is, and he's a bit more elusive as well. He's got good footwork, good boxing skills to hopefully, you know what I mean, to keep Zhang at bay and take Zhang into the latter rounds, and hopefully um, either beat him on points or maybe stop him late on, because Tyson Fury's just got that little bit extra what Joyce and other heavyweights haven't got. But what a fight that would be. Tyson Fury versus Zhilei Zhang in China. And I didn't think I would be saying it, Because honestly, my pre-fight pick was that Joyce would have learnt from the first fight. He would have had a bit more head movement. He would have went towards his left, which he did. But that went out the window as soon as he ate the first straight. And he literally resorted back to type. And he just didn't do what most people kind of wanted him to do. His pace was quite lethargic. He just looked puzzled at times. He just looked as if he ran out of ideas. And Zhang, like the way he was moving and throwing shots, he was elusive for a big guy, 21 or 20 stone or whatever he is. And at 40 years of age as well, he just looked so relaxed and athletic. It was a good performance by Zhang, and I've got to give it to him. As I said, some big fights there for Zhang now. The nice, easy, natural one will be Tyson Fury. But if he doesn't get a Tyson Fury, can he entice Usyk into the ring? I'm not too sure. Obviously, Usyk's tied up with quite a lot of mandatories, but I'm not sure what this does to Zhilei Zhang's mandatory position. Not mandatory, but his positioning in the other governing bodies. He's obviously going to be ranked quite high up now. Yeah, he's going to be ranked up quite high up now in the WBO category, so be interested to see what happens. But just imagine Zhang versus someone like a Wilder. Could you imagine how that will go off? Clearly, Zhang's got the better boxing skills between him and Wilder, but just imagine, like, first to land, Zhang's got power, and we all know what Deontay Wilder carries. You know, he's got some sort of atomic bomb in his fist and that, but yeah, brilliant fight that would be as well. And then just imagine AJ. This fight would be a wrong fight for AJ because it's the fact that AJ is quite hesitant at the minute. And obviously, I'd probably favour Zhang in that fight, which I'm quite sad to say, really, but because I'm a big AJ fan. But yeah, again, it is what it is, and hats off goes to Zhilei Zhang. He did what he said he would do, and he did it in half the rounds as well. First time was 6, this time was 3. Now the question we need to ask each other now is what next for Joyce? And what would you like Zhang to do? Would you like me, Tyson Fury, or Usyk, Wilder, or AJ? It has to be one of the top 4, if not a world title shot. As always, guys, please subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. Bless.